Cek. Cek one cek. Oke guys, selamat pagi. Melanjutkan Wuthering Wave 2.3. Kita lanjutin ke story Ciaccona, lebih ke event, tapi event apa enggak ya? Gak tahu sih. Tapi katanya story event gitu. Sekarang aman nih bitrate nih, nggak naik turun kayak kemarin. Semoga seterusnya. Oke, wait. Kita lihat dulu ke sini. Bagus, kondusif. Kita eksekusi daily dulu sebentar. Kemarin panjang bet ya HSR, tapi peak momennya tuh puas banget anjir, keren sih. Dia bikin story tuh mantap. Sejauh ini yang menyaingi saat ini ya, patch-patch saat ini yang menyaingi Wuthering Wave baru HSR sih. Ya, semoga story Ciaccona ini bagus juga sih. Ini ngapain sih? Ke bawah ya?
Efficiency above all.
Efficiency above all? Gitu doang, bagus lah. 240 ntar di akhir lah. Sekarang kita ke ini ya, track. Oke, let's get into it. Between 8 ke 12. Kita pastikan jamnya dulu. Jam 8. Confirm. Oke.
Perfect wind to glide.
Gurita itu dia. Trayetoria Margarita, namanya Trayetor anjir. Hianat. Oh, udah lama kita gak ketemu Carlota.
Rover, fancy running into you here.
Oh my god, suaranya itu loh ngangenin.
Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza. But my goodness, these portions.
Banyak banget. Montelli family.
Did you hear what the Order's acolytes found while clearing the abandoned library? A manuscript of a
Abandoned
poem with
library?
an accompanying music sheet. The public has already caught wind of its contents. Did you know it was signed as Golden Anthem? They say it was their last work, written aboard the Pilgrim's sail. I reckon the original finder fished it out the sea and put it in the library, not knowing what it was.
Pilgrim
Shh,
tuh
quiet.
warga yang
They're
diasingkan gak
criminals.
sih?
Best not mention them in public.
Golden Anthem, what is that?
Shh. That name is not to be spoken of in Raguna.
Why?
Simply put, the Golden Anthem was once a renowned poets' society.
Poet itu?
Their 3 members
Puisi?
were once the Sentinel's cantors, but the order banished them for insulting the divinity. Allegedly, their pilgrim sail caught fire and none on board survived, and thus their last known work disappeared.
Well, since the manuscript is no longer secret, how does the tune sound?
Give me a second. Let me think. Hear that? It's exactly what they're playing now.
What just happened, Carlotta?
Well, it would appear they were possessed by daemons, just as this very article suggests.
Dia jahat kan? Dia soalnya yang eksekusi gitu terus jadi liar echoes. It's you again. It's you again. Who is he?
Friends, it's been too long.
Christopher.
I gather you were also listening in on that conversation about the Golden Anthem's last work?
What did you mean by daemons?
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to paper a curse upon Rinascita
Oh,
and
dia tuh
Raguna.
orang yang pertama kita datang
Those
ke
favored
Raguna
by the
itu,
divinity were the most willing to raise the blade of
yang di
rebellion.
bukit itu nggak
For they
sih?
alone knew how to make divinity bleed and doctrines crumble. Though they died in exile to a great fire, their resentment festered in their music and poetry, transforming into horrors known as daemons. Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna.
You.
This article was recently
Dia
published in the
mengatakan itu
Raguna
solo itu
Literary
bukan
Journal.
apa-apa, anjir.
Quite the perspective, wouldn't you say? Vengeance born of resentment. Such dark and twisted characters are hard to resist. Perhaps someone unwittingly played that tune just now and opened the plushies to possession by the daemons. Then again, it's all conjecture. Those in the Poets' Society died years ago, and who's to say what really happened? Now, if those vengeful spirits really do exist, well, out of all the patrons here, they went straight for you, Rover. Curious and curiouser. By the way, it just so happens that I made a copy of the Poets' Society's last work. Here, take it. Consider it a little souvenir from your spirited encounter. Maybe it'll prove useful later. Goodbye,
Spirited
friends. A change of
encounter.
venue is in order. I must finish my play.
Manuscript excerpt.
Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of
Throughout
Raguna.
the land.
Unverifiable, yes, but not entirely dismissible. That said, a peculiar entity did indeed manifest, and it attacked you. So, let's start at the very beginning. I have a friend who's an expert in deciphering music. I believe you've met her before. She who resembles Topaz
She?
should still be near Whisperwind Haven at
Ya,
this
ini
hour.
si Cia ini. How to spell her name, Carlotta? Kalau di special program sih, Yakun. In the middle of forest. Okay, let's head there. Ih, kok nge-frame kocak?
In her world, poetry and music hold equal sway. Shh. Listen carefully.
On the tapestry of times, strum my strings for the endless dance of time.
Oh my god.
To fly is not to flee, but to journey towards the dreams. All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings, let the twilight soothe our
Follow the song to
in
find
the
her.
sky we're forever wild and free.
Nice voice.
Rover, Carlotta, it's been too long.
It's been too long. Hello, Kia.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little.
Huh? I remember hearing you sing it when I was little. Jangan-jangan si Cia itu makhluk yang berumur panjang. You know each other as children? Oh, saat itu juga si Cia-nya.
When I
Masih
was a
kecil.
child, whenever I passed by Ciaccona's house, I'd always hear music drifting
Ciaccona.
from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont. Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Back then, Ciaccona's family conducted the Order's choir.
Back then, Ciaccona's family conduct the other car. Then why is Ciaccona a wandering bird?
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling. But a song is a song, whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs.
Tai lalatnya dua.
Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music? Oh, so you eavesdropped on a man rambling on in C3 Sharp, and then, poof, out pops a monster.
You're missing the point. How sharp? A C3 sharp. What is that?
Let me see. It should sound something like this. About that sharp, Rover.
Oh, suara. Yep, and just as grating.
I know, right? We should suggest to Miss Margarita that she add new signage. Sing with civility. It starts with us.
Can we discuss restaurant etiquette later?
Of course. But I still need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours.
Script.
The Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken. They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
The odor of the deep can't harm you, us. One bit.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
No, kan? Jadi kamera angle-nya dinamis saat mereka melakukan conversation.
From
This
what you've
is
told me,
what I like
the
about
composers
Wuthering
of this
Waves.
poem
Everything
cursed Rinascita, spelling the
Mamma
fall
mia.
of Raguna.
matang
When
gitu.
the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Rinascita.
Zoom out. Pindah
Then
lagi.
you...
Jadi nggak
We need to get to the heart
Lama
of
di
this poem
satu
and
frame
the music
gitu.
mystery. Let me join you. I can't
jadi
resist
nggak
a good adventure.
boring. Wait, what is?
I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
It's just a few sheets of paper. Sure, no problem.
Then we have a deal. Since you believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
Yeah, I agree, of course. Seeing is believing. I'm well prepared. I'm ready to fight. I'm well prepared, of course.
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death. What, I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
Senarnya banyak petir. Oh, Irish gak sih? Jenis-jenis musik Irlandia gitu gak sih? Udah datang dong echoes-nya. This is the fight. Nope.
They are just like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant.
Okay. Loading. Dimming.
Okay.
In war with time.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade. No bump. I can spare a minute to knock some heads around. Come at me. All yours. That's a wrap.
Thanks for watching! Let the show begin!
Oh. Careful, dia mau diapain sama si Ciaccona? Denaturalize kah? Why muncul
They
notes?
burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
Jadi ini menceritakan
These voices.
arwah-arwah gitu.
They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody.
I
This
still
time, we
didn't
need to listen
get
harder.
mau ngapain sebetulnya kita. Kita belum, aku belum
Let's
dapat
find out what
poinnya.
the true story really is.
Okay. Start.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life.
Why not continue automatically? Good.
No. Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That part with the daemons
What the hell?
should be right here.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
It's the same as what we heard before. But now I see something. A balance scale with a crowd of people standing on one of the pans.
Balance scale.
What are they weighing?
Timbangan yang seimbang.
The two sides of the scale represent differing perspectives. Once a work is made public, its meaning no longer belongs to its creator alone, but is shaped by the interpretations of its readers.
Okay.
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. But then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's Sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold. No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still, words and imagination alone cannot bring something into existence.
Kita nggak ada pilihan kan, ini semua seadanya. Unless there's a resonator involved. Apakah ada campur tangan resonator di sini?
Yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article? Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant. There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps
Okay.
they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced.
Kita nggak bisa milih ya, dude.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Apa sih ini? Sejenis
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment.
Oke, kita skip aja bagian itunya.
Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? What instruments would fit?
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. If that's the case, we need to split up. With your tenacity and Ciaccona's expertise, we will uncover the truth.
An opal?
Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them. The family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
So where do we start?
If we find melodies connected to the Poets Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go.
Okay, let's
Onward
go.
to new melodies.
Memecahkan sebuah syair yang di dalamnya
I
ada
really
rahasia
admire the
gitu ya.
wind. It's free to go
Lah,
anywhere
Carlota nggak
without
ikut?
restraint. If only it could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across the world. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da do 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 do. La na 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 dum ba da da da.
Oke. Kita berada di kaki gunung. What is this place?
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise.
Requiem Paradise.
This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest.
Okay.
For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. May its dreams be long and sweet before returning to the waves. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled.
Have you found any leads? Kamu punya petunjuk nggak?
Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck.
Bottleneck.
Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it. Not one word. So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head. You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it.
So did an apple hit you? So did inspiration find you?
Sadly, the apples weren't ripe and none fell. No free nibbles for me, unfortunately.
What are you doing, Ciaccona? The magic of apple.
Try it.
Try it. Is that a real apple?
Huh.
No,
It's a
that's
real
real.
apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Sunlit topaz.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun.
Jangan bilang ini
If
adalah
anything,
momen-momen
I'd rather be like Icarus in the
asmara
story.
rover.
Soaring free in the
Dude,
sky, even if
Another
it means
one.
falling.
Damn you,
in the end.
rover.
I sense the melody of an instrument close by. Let's search for it.
Okay. Oh, look for abandoned instrument of the Poet Society. Use the sensor. Here. There you go. Investigate.
A harp. It's in excellent condition, but its tone is flat and dull. Let's keep it for now and see if there are any other instruments nearby.
Okay, there. Another one. What is this? Guitar?
Is that a lute?
Lute.
Its echoes are faint. Perhaps because it's been abandoned longer than the previous two. I'll need some time to decipher it. Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you!
Yeah. Malah gelut. Let's go.
It seems this lute likely belonged to a member of the Poet Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind. Diminish.
Stay behind me, like frigid death. No contest. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come at me. Fine. Efficiency, above all. All yours.
Boom.
That's a wrap. Worry not.
timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveller sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon. The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot.
It certainly has the style of a poet.
Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
Kita sering banyak
I
gitu.
haven't even heard you sing yet.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute sounds. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling.
Okay.
Listen, I hear something up ahead.
Kenapa tiba-tiba kita ke
Seems
domain?
like an interrogation room.
Interrogation
This melody
room.
carries the weight of the Poet Society interrogation. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented.
Okay.
We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single
There's a
misstep.
guy.
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that
Acolyte
Imperator is
Integrator.
stern, yet
Acolyte tuh
merciful.
ini kan kayak
The
CVB
Codex
gitu.
teaches us that those whose sins are cleansed by the sea shall remain blessed by the sea. It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. How absurd. If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions. Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
Bobo
I'm
Imperator
sorry,
dong.
Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just, this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. Makes it hard to talk. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy. You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice.
Two guy and
I look forward
one
to seeing you
lady
tomorrow.
there.
Good night, Mr. Farrell. I will always be here should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
Then
Neither
what?
official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury. This melody is fading fast. Let's check if there's anything nearby to amplify it.
Okay, first the lady Selena Gomez.
I understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or fake. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertainty. He hoped someone might understand his doubts. Our fate has been sealed. All we can do now is choose what we believe and carry what we hope to be the truth to our graves.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would happen. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance. In fact, they even showed sympathy for the interrogator.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind this?
We don't know that for certain. But at least we now know the Poets Society would never place a curse on Raguna.
Then this guy first. Ini si Farrell ya, Acolyte. Ini dulu dah.
Farrell's gone mad. He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth.
Buried the truth. Mengubur kebenaran. What are you thinking?
It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know the truth. Like you.
Like you.
To that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragunese prejudice against the Poets Society, using this opportunity to create monsters born from our words. Words and music are weapons without form.
Okay, let's head to Mr. Farrell.
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we...
What?
The Order's stance is that the Poets Society concealed blasphemous works, yet the Order themselves concealed the lithograph's existence. What were they afraid of?
Tiba-tiba bitrate drop. Dude, what? Ini nyebelin sih. Wait. Anjir lah. Why bitrate? Okay, it start to constant, but still drop. It dropped. I hate this. Indie Home lagi kacau sih.
That's right! You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower. To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret, the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation. The melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable. We should leave. We can continue our discussion later.
Okay, we should leave.
Where is this place? A study? Ciaccona, are we?
Ciaccona.
We must have gotten separated. Ciaccona did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I?
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just as countless stars dot the night sky. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong. They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity?
Who's that girl?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk
Go
of wings of
in the
flame,
study.
soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
Let's follow her for now. Where is she going?
The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry.
Because they cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea. Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And the truth is gold that is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Yeah.
Can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there. What is this place? Who are you?
Who are you, girl?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy and fragile. Ciaccona toccata.
Ciaccona toccata? Hakuna
As long
Matata.
as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal.
Dude, betrayed.
Rover? Rover, are you all right?
I do?
Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange little girl. She seemed quite taken with the Poet Society's work. She mentioned a name. Ciaccona toccata.
I see.
Ciaccona toccata.
I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name.
Okay.
As I said before, for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Just call me Ciaccona. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Well, we have made some progress. The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next.
Okay. Next up is the order, right?
Yes. Seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Oh, kita ke Cathedral. It's a long, long way. What kind of son of it? Hello, guys.
Have you found her yet?
Who?
No.
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister. Might I ask, have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble.
What are you all doing here?
We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony.
Oh.
Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek. But when the time ran out, we couldn't find her. Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly. She hasn't smiled at us much since rehearsal started.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Okay, let's see. Racer? There?
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
You're the laureate! And you are?
My name is Ciaccona.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are waiting for me. Sorry I've caused you trouble.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you. I can tell.
What? Of course not. The ceremony is coming up, and the choir still has so much to rehearse. I'm fine.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
Yes, I do.
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same rehearsals every day. What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets. Myron and the others never complain. They're always eager to sing praises to the Sentinel on stage. But now their dreams are all dashed because of me. Myron, Patero, and Shia's voices are in perfect harmony, but I can never keep up. And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense, but I know. I just don't understand why the Order wants us to sing songs written by criminals. The more I thought about it, the more out of rhythm I became. In the end, I could barely sing at all.
But your singing just now was beautiful.
That song just now. I've already forgotten how it's supposed to sound.
Well, what do you think a hymn should sound like?
A hymn, as the books state, is a song of praise for the sentinel who leads the lost to the abundant lands.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
I didn't want to hold everyone back, and I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
Huh? No.
Well then, the laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
They are going to performing song. Let's hear it. Kayak lagu ini gak sih? Harbinger. Ya. Start.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage, with the Poet Society leading them.
Okay.
Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like a song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! This is madness! Who is this madman? Someone remove—
What he said about the common folk. Is it true? Tell me, were they all—
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poet Society.
Okay.
Strange. Why is this passageway so long?
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. The odd tea and biscuit. There, I understand. You've always been a cute. Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long.
Ini adalah Ciaccona kecil
I
ya.
know it can survive. Miss, this study is a secret.
Ciaccona kecil.
You
Ciaccona.
must never tell a soul. I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people...
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the laureate was enraptured.
Racer did wonderfully. Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing praises to the Sentinel.
Yes, a hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped by your feelings and experiences. The hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance on the day of the ceremony.
Yep. So what next, Ciaccona?
What did you see in Razor's melody?
The hymn backstory.
The Poet Society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to verify the truth for themselves.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poet Society. Did you find any other clues?
I stray into a different melody again.
Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. Let's go.
Go. Fucking train. It's a long road. Fight again.
I've heard of these nights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. But there don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody. Let's try searching the area first. These bonfire poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society.
Malah ada
The
suara
note says
gemuruh
they had wandered the area looking for
pertarungan,
inspiration.
orang lagi ngobrol.
To find the melody, we should try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
Oh, cek emang. Nah, mana sih? Sana.
At your disposal. Loading. Astral modulation. Diminish.
Stay behind me. Frozen blockade. No bonus. All yours. Come at me.
There. Let's go there. Wing Ray.
This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking. What is it? Has anything come to mind? Yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies. It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us. Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration. Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form.
Imperator true forms? Wait,
Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avon Oleum?
I do, yes. It is a horse. But everyone in Raguna believe that the horse have a fish tail there. Like twins?
So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets.
Ah, I see.
Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become Knights of Raguna. Resentment and curses are not songs of their own style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order. We must confront his lies and put an end to these Daemon incidents.
Okay.
Once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered, and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts, and let them take root and grow.
Yes. Let's get going then.
Ya,
We'll go back to
jadi
Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end.
apa skripter itu ingin menjelaskan bahwa Sentinel yang sesungguhnya adalah murni kuda poni ya, murni Pegasus. Kan selama ini yang kita kenal, kita ketahui Sentinel Raguna tuh ekornya ikan gitu. Nah ini yang ingin diluruskan skrip tadi. Cuma dibalik itu Order tetap ingin merahasiakan. Why?
Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Ciaccona.
The two of you already know each other? Kalian udah sering kenal.
Miss Ciaccona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets
kacau
Society's
euy,
legacy.
bitrate-nya merah wae
Something
euy.
important we'd like to share.
Pasti ngelek-ngelek ya.
Could you help us gather everyone?
This stream.
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so
Tadi
curious
sebelum
about what actually
disconnected,
happened. It's
bagus.
driving me nuts.
What the heck?
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready.
Let's do it. I believe in you.
The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written of fire, seemingly forged from the depths of hell, destroyed everything, leaving nothing but ash behind. That doesn't quite add up. If hellfire was all that remained from the Pilgrim's sail, then
Kenapa harus ada ininya coba? Oke, berarti kita nanti milih yang ketiga ya. Resume from the choices.
that's an awfully big assumption. What if they never boarded the Pilgrim's sail at all? Another poet, intimately familiar with the poets of the Golden Anthem, you say? If such a poet...
Ini
As the
gratis.
fire filled the ship's cabins,
Jadi kita harus ngulang-ulang story-nya gitu
truly
kan?
met this charade. It was carefully crafted. Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth.
Dia akan mereveal the truth. Oke.
This can't. This is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
What the hell?
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something?
I do.
The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
Mereka ragu-ragu ya kalau berhubungan dengan The Order. Cristoforo ini siapa sih ini anjir?
You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
Oh. I see.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright. Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground, one by one. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies after realizing the cost of choosing to fly? Does the truth exist to protect or to harm? That is the question.
That is the question.
Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
Dia menunggu kedatangan hari esok. Dia suspicious ya sih? Who is freaking he doing right now? Oh, Miss Carlotta? You want a hug? Okay, I'm hugging you.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival.
How's everything on your end?
As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage. They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find.
Splendid work.
We should also share these findings with Ciaccona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Ngilang
Just like
Ciaccona?
when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Ciaccona?
Nope.
Miss Ciaccona? She was squirreling off towards the harbour earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
Okay, we are heading to harbor. Yeah. Earlier, before Ciaccona walked to the harbor.
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
Cristoforo ini nih, suspicious nih.
I never thought his words would
Siapa
reach
sih ini
into the
kocak?
depths I sealed away so long ago.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome.
Suaranya gitu sih ya. Like a robot. Ya, berubah anjir.
You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price.
Okay.
One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
Ya, si Ciaccona dan keluarga tuh berusaha mereveal true form of Sentinel, right? Makanya dia disingkirkan gitu. Sama Order. Terus kan ada apa ya sebenarnya Order mengapa gitu nggak mau orang-orang tahu bahwa yang sesungguhnya adalah kuda Sentinel tuh.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the golden anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Rinascita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation. It exists forever, and you can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The
Middle Age
parallels,
acolyte
so striking.
interrogator.
Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Ciaccona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damned horse? The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. It almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this Sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Toccata family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us,
Oh,
I
jadi
believe the opportunity
dia
has presented
mengandalkan
itself
kita
for the
di
truth to
belakangnya
be.
ya. Dia ingin berusaha kembali untuk membuka tabir misteri tentang kebenaran Sentinel. Like that.
Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away. Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day.
Huh?
Even so, will you two still insist
Kemunculan
on
Blessed
stepping
Maiden,
onto that
si
stage
kartetnya
tomorrow?
masih belum dibuka nih.
Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Ini dahulu kan.
Is this Ciaccona's sheet music? She was here.
Ini ditinggalkan sama dia.
The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this. Ciaccona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. could this be? The Golden Anthem?
Golden Anthem?
An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Ciaccona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix. But why was she there? And why are the Ciaccona family and the Poet Society accused of the same crime?
Oke. Ini kocak banget ya bitrate-nya. Kacau, naik turun. Sekarang gue rendahin banget ke 4000. Bitrate-nya di atas 6000 sih, cuma kacau anjir, sebel gue. Ini adalah Ciaccona kecil kan?
Thank you for understanding everything.
You talking to me?
Is there anyone else here besides you?
This didn't happen.
You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Ciaccona Toccata.
What really happened back then?
Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poet Society. It also belongs to me, Ciaccona Toccata.
Okay. Start.
This is how it all started. A mysterious person. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep, as you've already seen, I was also usually the food and water in those ships. As for the fire, but in the past, everyone thought in the world they dreamed of. But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went, is that what you think? Well, no. It was the Order, and monsters breed fear. And perhaps fear is exactly what the Order of the Deep and this... Our crime was the same as the poets. Compared to the Order, maybe if Father hadn't taken, the fate of the Toccata family might have taken a different turn. But when you face the Order of the Deep and their... This is how it all started.
Yeah,
A mystery. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us, as you've already seen. Usually, as for the fire, in the past, in the world they dreamed of, but the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose end. The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. I still remember that.
Don't see it as a burden. Only this kind of courage.
Father wanted to tell everyone. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment. The Poet Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it. But this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. There are hints of the sea inside Ciaccona's melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for understanding everything. Let's...
Ya. Terus bakal ada solvingnya nggak? Bakal ada penyelesaian nggak ya?
This song, it's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
Ooh, this is cutscene.
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath
the stone.
I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you.
Till the end.
Till the end.
No good. Another companion of Ruver.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the order of the deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindling in Raguna will eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There! Now how's that for a story worth telling?
Just like a knight's tale.
Speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguna. But still, I shall
lay the charge.
Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight! To battle we go!
Jadi kita harus battle dalam membuktikan itu kah? Reveal the truth on the stage between 12 p.m. to 16 p.m. Yeah. 12. It's done. Let's go. Reveal the truth. Ih, kita tuh bisa ganti ini kan? Di mana sih
Anything
gantinya?
I can help you with?
Di mana ya ganti itu? Ini kah? Ini bagusan. Enable to hide all HUD. This mode is the other way in tutorial. No. Mana ya? Oh ini letterbox. Jadi cutscene-nya imersif gitu. Okay, we just arrived.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell.
Sambil ngamen anjir nyeritainnya.
This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy. They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies.
Itu si Cristoforo tuh
And the
menyamar.
teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures?
Yeah, why?
Why did none of the fools that boarded the Pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel?
The acolytes are making their move. Okay, we are getting ready.
Imperator and Raguna have always stood united, yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Ciaccona Toccata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Are you there? Come to me.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Blasphemy, pemberontakan ya.
The same old tricks again. Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel.
Of course not. We have a rover. You. Hop terbang.
She's not working alone!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte. Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again.
Yeah. You.
Phew. A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time.
Okay.
You know what this means for you, right?
Yeah, what?
Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate.
Ya nggak apa-apa. I told you I stand by your side.
I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order.
So I guess that make us partner in crime?
Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
Well then. Amen. Ah, cutscene. It's super cutscene.
Is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, you step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time, sinner against the Sentinel.
Oh, ini yang terjadi kepada para pilgrim ya.
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade.
Okay.
Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard. The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him.
Playwright, what is that?
I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order.
Phoebe?
Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission.
What kind of mission? Can I join you?
An
Jadi
escape mission.
forte-nya itu ya,
Starting
jadi
today,
tanduk.
I'm no longer just a wandering bard.
Tanduk
I've got the
apa
Order
pohon
hunting me
sih
now.
itu?
A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story.
Then I?
Don't you worry. I still remember our promise.
What is that?
About the song I wrote you. We will meet again. And I'll sing it for you, I swear.
Okay.
After all, we're partners in crime now.
Partners in crime. Is done yet? Or other things? Primus?
My Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguna City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguna's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Wajahnya broken kah, ditutup topeng. Serem banget si
Truly
Primus
the
aja.
words of one in possession of
Vibes-nya
great
tuh
power.
intimidating.
Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Dia tuh kan ngaku-ngaku sebagai sentinelnya Imperator yang sekarang. Terus dia bisa gitu gunain kekuatan itu?
Wait.
I don't think so.
You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you?
Weren't you?
I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Oh, dia tuh jadi
There was
apa
no
nih?
deception. Indeed,
Ada
I
di
was
sisi
seeking
kita apa di
inspiration.
sisi
In the end, I found a story
order?
about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown or remain caged within the familiar? Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill.
Dude.
His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
Dan? Oh gitu doang ya. Oke. Continue imaging how the story unfolds. Oh benar. Okay, I see how it works now. Jadi kita nunggu pengumpulan lagi inspirationnya besok untuk membongkar kembali hal-hal yang belum terbuka. Ini baru satu, ini baru satu, ini baru satu, ini baru satu. Itu ya. Oh ini udah. Yang belum tuh ini. Nah, yang tanda tanya yang belum. Ini satu lagi kan ya. Nice one. Okay, that's it boys. Thank you for watching. See another live stream, another story. Mudah-mudahan dengan bitrate yang lebih baik dari sekarang. I hate this, but in the home, come on. You better than this.